Hello everyone, so welcome to a video. I haven't made one of these in a while, but today we're just going to be taking a look at this piece of the past that honestly kind of belongs in the past, for reasons I will get into. But anyway, this is a Microsoft Surface RT, and it was their first ever Surface, and Surface line has become a pretty cool hardware line. There's been a lot of really neat Surface devices. But this one really isn't that great for reasons we'll get into later. But anyway, from the front here, you can see we have this signature Windows button. And the cool thing about this is it actually has haptic feedback, so you get a little buzz. That's kind of neat. You get the webcam, which I think might be 2 megapixels. Don't quote me on that, but it might be that. It's nothing to write home about. That's pretty much all you need to know. You get some dual speakers, which are nothing to write home about as well. Dual microphone array, rear-facing camera. I think it might be the same resolution as the front one. Maybe around 2 megapixels, nothing special. It gets more interesting though, because you have a micro HDMI port, maybe? I don't know, this is completely unscripted, but I think this is called micro HDMI. USB-A, probably 2.0, I can't say for sure on that though, too, because again, I don't have the spec sheet here, but this is mainly for memory. I'm just kind of trying to do an overview here. So you get this cool magnetic charging port, which is really cool because it's kind of like old school MagSafe, where you just magnetically attach the charger. It's just kind of cool. On the bottom here, you've got the keyboard kind of pins to attach that, and up here you'll find the volume rocker, headphone jack, 3.5mm. Pretty standard for the time. And here you got the kickstand, which only has one level, something that would be fixed in later versions of the Surface, but it is a bit of a shame. But here it's convenient. It conveniently has a micro SD card, and while this is the 64 gig model, there was also a 32 gig one. So anyway, that's about the extent of the actual Surface hardware, but there are a couple of cool things I want to show you. So this is the original type cover. Now, the thing about this is, as you can probably undoubtedly see, it's got this weird touch keyboard thing. It's not actual physical keys. It's all kind of touch sensitive. And that's not a good thing, because not only did he get a lot of accidental key presses, but it was hard to type on. And you can see, I mean, this keyboard has seen better days. I actually daily drove this for a very brief time, a long time ago. And yeah, I remember hating this keyboard. I got used to it, but I didn't like it. Anyway, thankfully, I got actual physical keyboard, official for Microsoft, and unlike that touch keyboard, this is actually got a backlight, which is really cool. But you might have noticed no physical trackpad buttons, which isn't a huge deal except for the fact that they've also shrinked it, and that's not cool. But it's worth it for this nice, actually really okay physical keyboard, and its backlit is just really nice. My Surface here isn't in the best shape, and I'm very sad about that, but you know, I mean, it's still functional. It's just had some wear and tear over the years. Here is the charger. As I mentioned earlier, it's magnetic. Yes, this is the right side, so you can clip it either way, and yeah, it's charging. So here's the kind of surprise that I'd not really mentioned, and that I wasn't really planning on mentioning until now. This is not running Windows 8 RT, and then eventually get the 8.1 RT update. This is running a leaked ARM32 build of Windows 10 from quite a few years ago. And the reason that I installed Windows 10 here is because, well, to be honest, Windows 8 and 8.1 RT just aren't really usable. Yeah, it's really not good, because this is running on an ARM processor, 32-bit one at that. So that means that, unfortunately, a lot of software just straight up won't run on this. You could only get apps officially from the Microsoft Store that were compiled for 32-bit ARM processors. So that meant that a lot of apps just wouldn't work. You were stuck with Internet Explorer. Windows RT was just so limited, and while you could jailbreak it, that was involved, and a lot of people just didn't know how to do that or didn't really bother. And on top of that, Microsoft patched that with updates anyway, so it was a disaster. Windows RT flopped, and then came this leaked build of Windows 10 for ARM32 processors. This is official from Microsoft, but it never was actually meant for the public. But anyway, yeah, this is from 2017, Windows 10 1703. So as you can see, this is a very old version of Windows 10. On Windows 10, yes, there are some cool programs. I mean, the Surface kind of hacking community actually has compiled some open source programs for ARM32. Yeah, you'll find VLC, Paint.net, a few other ones. And I mean, the main appeal of using Windows 10 over maybe jailbroken version of Windows 8 RT is that it comes with Microsoft Edge. Since you were stuck with IE on Windows 8, on Windows 10 you do get Microsoft Edge. It's not Chromium Edge, it's ancient version of Edge using Microsoft's own browser engine. But again, this is a very old version of Windows 10. I mean, again, it's from 2017, so really don't try to use this as your main machine. Maybe as a Notepad++ on the go thing, but even then, it's kind of iffy. It'll probably be better suited by some other computer anyway. But anyway, it's been kind of fun taking a look back at this. Definitely an interesting piece of hardware. And forward-thinking, I think, in a lot of ways. But the problem is just that the execution was pretty iffy. Anyway, that's been the Surface RT. I hope you've found this educational, informative, and all that jazz. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.